let's not talk about this. I tried to do the typical Instagram girl makeup today with super big dark brows, and it just didn't work. I don't feel like I look real. So let's ignore the brows. Please don't make any comments talking about my brows. Yeah, okay. Let's move on. So before I start this video, I want to talk about something that has been happening to me for a while. So I've recorded a lot of videos I have intended to put up, and I have spent a lot of hours editing videos I intended to put up. But the thing is that YouTube doesn't want me to do that for some reason. So I edit all, if you read my description, you know I edit all my videos on iMovie. I film most of my videos on my phone now because my laptop just doesn't work. Oh my god, look how yellow my teeth are. I edit all my videos on iMovie and I save them as a file onto my desktop so I can upload that to YouTube, obviously. And all my videos are saved as the file MP4 with like MPEG-4 or something like that. I don't know. And MP4 is listed in YouTube's guidelines as a supported video type. And I don't know why it's all of a sudden deciding to not work. Because every single time I go and I upload a video, it always says like, the file type is not recognized, blah, blah, blah. And I've read up on the situation before. If you watch my video before this, you will have seen most of whenever I was putting my makeup on and getting ready and stuff, I was complaining a bit about technical difficulties or whatever that I had putting that one up and putting a lot of other videos up. And I don't understand why it's doing this. I read up a lot on the situation, and it said maybe the codes may not be correct or something. And I found a lot of programs that could help determine the codes for those videos. But the thing is that I don't want to spend money on an app that is just going to read the codes and it's not going to fix them. You know what I mean? Kind of. I don't know if you do or not. But I'm having technical difficulties, so please be patient with me. I feel like I'm saying that so much, but please be patient with me with these technical difficulties and things. I am filming, I am editing, I am working on this. It's just YouTube is being a little bit of a not a nice word. You know what I'm saying? So, on that note, hello there, lovely people. So, in a couple days, I am going to Virginia to college, kind of. For those of you who don't know, I am in musical theater. I'm in choir. I love musical theater. I love performing on stage. I've been in musicals before. I love it. But I am going to a theater camp in Virginia at the college of my dreams, which I don't know if I want to say the college or not. You could probably guess what college it is. It's not Virginia State University. It's a Christian college. If that didn't give it away, I don't know what does. But, so, I have been to this theater camp, twice before. This will be my third time going. And I'm super excited. I love this camp. I love meeting all these people. And I just really feel like I belong there. But today I wanted to tell a story about the first time I went to this camp, my first year ever, and the struggle that came with it. So as you could tell by the title of this video, this is me telling the story of the time I injured myself on the first day of theater camp. Maybe it wasn't the first day. It was like the second day, technically. It was like the first full day. But long story short, I injured myself pretty early on, and it wasn't pretty. So, first off, a little bit of backstory. I did not want to go to this camp. I wanted to at first. Let me rephrase that. I really wanted to. But I didn't want to audition. And whenever I read about the auditions, I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not auditioning. There's no way. Even though everyone that auditions is guaranteed a spot in the performance at the end of the week. And I don't know, I was such a wuss back then. I don't want to say I was a wuss, because I do have major social anxiety. But I mean, the auditions aren't going to be like, oh, you did awful at that audition, you're on the streets now, how are you going to get back home? I don't know, you should have been better. No, everyone is guaranteed a spot in the cabaret. That's what the performance is called at the end of the week, the cabaret. Whatever you want to call it, I don't know. It's basically a bunch of musical numbers and things smashed into one to make its own story. And I've been in 2 of them so far. I did not want to audition. I was dreading this audition. I was dreading going to this camp. I had actually events planned out after the camp was over, and I was telling myself, like, oh yeah, I'll get to go to all these concerts and stuff if I survive camp. Which, now that I'm looking back on it, I'm kind of like, Carly, you're so overdramatic. Soon enough, after auditions was over, I was like, all right, I did it. Awesome. Let's go eat food. I went out and ate food. I was fabulous. I felt fabulous. I didn't feel like I did very well on the audition, but it didn't matter because it was my first year, and I still did the audition, and the audition was over. But we would have like free time, and sometimes during those free times, they would have like special events and stuff planned out for like games and stuff, because everyone is divided into their own little teams or whatever, and then basically we're competing and stuff all week to get like the top spot at the end of the week. And at the end of the week, whoever has the top spot gets a prize. And not to brag or anything, but my team last year got the top spot. On the first day, I don't know whose idea this was, but I just want to let you know, to do this on the first day, right after everyone just ate, that was not a good idea. On the first day, they had, for one of the activities, a ginormous scavenger hunt all over the campus. So you're basically running around all over the campus looking for things, looking for the clues and everything, and I guess whoever got the most clues or whatever won. I'm not really sure. Looking back on it now, I don't really remember all the specifics of it, but all I know is that this is a very big campus. Anyone who knows of this college knows that the campus is absolutely ginormous. And it's a beautiful campus. I love it there, obviously. But the campus is huge. And I had never been to this campus before. A lot of people had been to this campus before, obviously. I mean, we had one of the students there with us, so obviously, like, he had been with the campus before and all that. I had never been to Lynchburg, Virginia before. I had never really even been to Virginia before. So I was a little bit nervous, but I was like, okay, I'll just follow everyone else, and that's good. But then, whenever we read the first clue, what I didn't expect was for our team to take off running. They said something about the circle dorms, and they took off running. I didn't know what the circle dorms were. I didn't know what they were talking about. I didn't know where it was, and I am not a runner by any means. I am the most unfit person you will probably ever meet in your entire life. I was like, okay, YOLO, this is all I got left. I might just die if I don't do this, so I just took off running after them. And I have really bad feet, and it's a miracle I can even dance at all, but I have really bad feet that get sore really easily. So that probably has something to do with it. I get blisters really easily after just like one dance class or whatever. My feet are like, I got 18,000 blisters. Maybe not that extreme, but either way, I have blisters. Really, and I don't get just normal blisters. I get big, gigantic bubbles of blisters, and they suck. I always have to make sure to bring like special precautions every year, so I'm not going to say so I don't get these blisters, because I probably will get the blisters, so it doesn't maybe suck as much. But either way, they were running all over the place, and soon enough I was just like, I am not going to run. No, forget that. I'm gonna walk. And I mean, I kind of had to walk because I was dying. I was like huffing and puffing so early on. I was like, oh my God, or whatever. I'm a freaking dramatic piece of crap. Anyone who knows me will know I am so dramatic. It's probably a good thing I'm a drama, honestly. This lasted a very, very long time. We were running all over the place, and I just had to, like, I had to stop. I had to walk. Luckily, there was someone with me who, like, was a nice person. Thank you for being a nice person, whoever stopped and walked with me, because the rest of the people on my team weren't very nice people that would stop and walk and wait for me. So, yeah, if any of you guys are watching this right now, be nice. Stop and wait for me, please, because I was going to get lost. Either way, I was going to get lost because people were way ahead right now. I don't even know where I was. So I was like looking around like, where's everybody? Where do I go? And I was trying, and I was just, it wasn't fun. It was so hot outside. I was dying. Nope. I need to check out right now because this is painful. This is actually painful. My feet were starting to kill me. Everything was starting to hurt so bad. I'm not even being dramatic whenever I say this. I was feeling so many ginormous blisters gathering on my feet, which, like, this is kind of gross, whatever. I don't care. This is me. This is who I am. I'm open about stuff. That went on for a very, very long time. I thought it was never going to be over, and I just knew I was going to be screwed throughout the rest of camp. And I think we still had rehearsal that evening. I'm not sure. But either way, whenever we went back to the dance or anything, I was like, my feet were killing me. It got to the point where I couldn't walk on a certain part of my foot because there was this like big fat blister running down the end of it. And it hurt like it hurt so bad. And I was just like, I can't do it. Can I sit down or like look at my foot or something? Something really hurts. Luckily he let me sit down. The person that was the head of my group or whatever, like, he let me sit down, go into the girls' dressing room and check it out. And I did, and I take my shoe off. And don't anyone come for me and tell me I wasn't wearing the right shoe, because I was wearing the right shoes. I was wearing Skechers with a little fluffy padding at the bottom of it. I was wearing the right shoes. And oh, also at the end of this, we had to walk from a certain building, which I don't want to say the name of because I don't want to reveal the destination, even though some people probably already know about it. But we had to walk from this building all the way up to our dorms, which were at the very tip top of like the mountain thing or whatever. And I was just, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna actually die. And that was, I know I sound dramatic. I know that seems dramatic, but that was actually what was running through my head. I look at my foot, jumping back to where we were before, and there was this ginormous blister on the edge of my foot, on the heel of one of my feet, and I have to go dance. And I was just thinking, there is no way I can dance on these blister infested feet, because this was awful. It was hurting so bad. And these dances, this is whenever I was in like my very novice kind of stage of dancing, because I was awful at dancing. I'm still not very good at dancing, to be completely honest, but I'm better than what I was. But these dances were a bit intense for me. They involved a lot of like twists and turns and jumps and blah, 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 blah. And it was just like, oh, my feet hurt so bad. But I can't just tell someone like, oh yeah, I can't dance because my feet hurt. And I figured like blisters just wouldn't be a very good excuse. So I don't know when it was that I like asked the choreographer something like, hey, can you take a look at my feet? Because it like, it looks really bad. But they took a look at it, and it wasn't just me complaining so much, because they saw my feet and they were like, yep, that's pretty bad. But long story short, I mean, the counselors were super nice. They helped me through like a lot that week. They were my little nurses or whatever, and it was great. So thank you so much to any female counselors that I had on the first year of my camp that nursed me back to health. But thank you so much. That helped a lot. Yeah, all that blah, 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 blah. That happened on the first day. And I was just dragging myself throughout camp. Like, I was complaining so much. People were like, she's milking it. She's milking it. I'm like, no, my feet are killing me. It once got to the point where like, I couldn't walk. I was limping so much. And someone was like, girl, sit down. Like, tell me what's up with your foot. And so I did. Everyone was super nice that year. But yeah, I was probably one of the most despised campers that year, I think. I hope I've changed since then. I had to sit out through so much. One night I even had to like go back to the dorms early because my foot was killing me and I had to pop those blisters. And that only made it hurt worse. Did perform at the end of the week, which was good. My feet just hurt and I had to miss out on a lot of rehearsals and I could hardly sit down either, but even whenever we were studying like voice things or whatever, like they had us stand up then, and like I'm not gonna say my feet didn't ever stop hurting the year after that, because they didn't, they still hurt, but I didn't have ginormous blisters on my feet every single time I took one step. So let's try not to do that scavenger hunt again. Lovely people, whoever's watching this, who's in charge of that, I will actually die if I have to do that again. I'm so dramatic. I don't really know what to tell for the rest of the story. I just thought it was a pretty funny story to tell about the time I injured myself. I technically did injure myself on the first day of theater camp. If you like this video and you want me to do more story times, please just give this video a thumbs up. I'm actually going back to this theater camp this weekend. Yes, I'm going back this weekend, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see everyone again. Yay! Actually, one person that I met at the theater camp has her own YouTube channel. She knows I'm talking about her. If she's watching this, she's probably not. But, yeah, I hope she's coming back and we can talk about YouTube stuff and maybe collab, probably not, but you know, but on that note, I don't think I'm going to be able to film much for 9 days. I am at this camp for 9. This will be up soon if YouTube doesn't continue being a little jerk face and not uploading my videos, even though the file type is indeed supported. YouTube, what's up with that? Tell me what's up with that, YouTube. I really want to know. Anyways, if you like this video and you want me to do more story times, I think I'm going to do more story times anyways because this is super fun to make. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you like me, I don't see how you could, but if you want to be notified every single time I make a new video, you can click up there to subscribe to my channel, and if you want to see my latest video, you can click right here whenever the annotations pop up. And if you are watching on mobile and the annotations don't work, I will link everything below besides the subscribing thing, because you can just click at the little subscribe button below and you can click that to subscribe to me, and hey, I will very much appreciate that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and on that note, I will see you very soon. Goodbye.
Where are you now? Was it only my fantasy? Where